Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are back down in the foundations of stone, where we have a couple of elves to speak with. So we'll start with him.
Your words confirm what I have been hearing.
Your words confirm what I have been hearing from Linglamel and Magor. Gorothul set something in motion before he left for Dol Guldur with the captive dwarves and the mithril axe of the Iron Garrison. Did he work some evil to allow the servants of Shadow and Flame to recover their strength and return to places once thought free of their danger? Linglamel. That's how you pronounce her name.
I share the concerns of Isuriel. There is more to Gorothul's interest than we have uncovered.
It is good to see you again, Medriel, for I share the concerns of Isuriel. There is more to Gorothul's interest in Moria than we have so far uncovered. Great terrors dwell in the deep places, this we know. For you have faced several of them, nameless beasts that fear the light of sun, but also servants of the Great Spirit that reigned in Moria and ended the Dwarf Kingdom. The Balrog of Moria now is defeated, but at the cost of Mithrandir's life and the vast extent of his power. But the servants of the Shadow and Flame were defeated not by the power of Mithrandir, but by your courage and that of your allies. Take no offense at this, but your abilities do not begin to approach that of the wizard. I fear that your defeat of the servants of Durin's Bane may not have the permanence afforded that of their master's defeat. And now we get to go talk to Browan in the Peaceful Path. The Peaceful Path is the one near Zarak Zagel, I believe. Durin's Way. Yes, they're gone. Yeah, okay. It is where I thought it was. Alright. Here's the stable. Right there, in front of my face.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Just a little. Alright. So.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
That was on. And off to the Peaceful Path. But I think at this point, if I remember right, I'm not even worried about the mobs anymore because, yeah, they are now gray. We'll grab the little bit of Skarn here. I kind of did forget how travel-y the epics in Moria can be.
I had hoped to see you again on the shores of Anduin, but it was not yet to be.
I had hoped to see you again on the shores of Anduin, Medriel, well on our way to exchanging the Orc King for my cousin Bori's freedom. but it was not yet to be. The elves of Gwathrendoth are right. Gorothul seems to have some plan in motion here in Khazad-dûm. After you returned to Lothlorien to speak with Celeborn, Arver went back into the depths of Uzangar. He said he had a feeling, some idea that things were not quite right. The wilting rot was already beginning to retreat, but he felt still some vile presence, and below the ledge where you handily defeated Growlin, the Kereg, Orvor discovered a dreadful ward covered in unspeakable runes. He sensed it calling into the depths, and smote it with his axe until it was destroyed. I believe Gorothul left this relic in Buzangar in order to draw Growlin, the Kereg, to it. Medriel, Growlin did not find this place accidentally, friend Runekeeper. He was driven down there. Okay, so our next quest is actually an instance called a relic in Lumul-Nar. And that is the Mirror Hall of Lumul-Nar, and you get to choose either group or solo. And obviously we are going to choose the solo version.
Gorothul may have left other relics of evil throughout Moria.
Now that Orvor has destroyed the hidden relic Gorothul left in Buzangar, that cave should be free of danger. We need not fear that Growlin or others of his kind will return to that place, but Gorothul may have left other relics of evil throughout Moria. Indeed, I think it likely, and recent reports from our scouts indicate one such location. The Mirror Halls of Lumul-Nar. Merivul have corrupted the mirrors of Lumul-Nar that once fed light from the outside into the deep reaches of Khazad-dûm. The light no longer shines. A number of explorers ventured to Lumul-Nar to investigate. Few returned, reporting that the Merivul of the place have been given great courage. Their defiance is strong. What else have they been given, I wonder? A relic of Gorothul's. The entrance to Lumul-Nar is on the side of Zarak-Zagal amid the snow. Find the relic inside if it exists and destroy it. Bring one or two allies with you. And obviously, if we're doing the solo version, we don't need to bring allies. But if I remember right, if you're doing the solo version, you can actually do it duo. Alright. This is, I'll be honest, not my favorite instance. But if I recall right, they actually took out the need to do the puzzle at the end of it.
To bring life back to the gardens of Moria, the Iron Hill garrison has crafted great mirrors and placed them upon the pinnacle of Zirak-Zigil. The light has failed, however, and the dwarves seek to learn why their mirrors do not reflect it as they once.
Alright, so we need to head down. Yep, we need to head down there. And yeah, we're going to have a couple breaks on the way down. That one is unavoidable unless you're a burglar. Alright, so we'll start by killing these wargs. And then the puzzle part of this. Alright, so we need to click this lever. Okay, so that one's set. Now let's see, which one of these do I have to click? Ah, there it is. Oop, let's not fall down the hole. Down, 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 down we go. We're gonna get dizzy. Woohoo! You definitely would get dizzy doing that after a while. Okay. Now we're down here. And... oh, there's a Morval. Oh, and I forgot. You get Lothlorien rep doing these instances. I forgot about that. So that's a good thing. Alright, so now we need to go this way. Got a bat here. Alright, so down we go. This is one of those instances that I don't particularly care for because it is kind of hard to remember the sequence. There's a mirror. There's a ramp going up. I remember that. There's a lever. Okay. tell if I got that right or not. No, it's lit. Okay, so hopefully that means I got it. Alright, so down we go and all the way back that main corridor. So here we go across this little skinny rock bridge. Let's not fall. Alright, so down we go. Which way? Okay. One of these seem to be either 1 or 3. So that wasn't 1. It has to be 3. Okay. Think. Whoa. Oh, I think I clicked the wrong one 3 times. Maybe not. This one does not have a lever. But this one does. Did I get it right? Yes. Alright. Mirror halls of Lumul-Nar. Nothing here except that big hole. And I think some people usually jump down the hole, but I would prefer to use the passageways. Now, at this point, I think you kind of do have to jump down the hole. Or maybe not. Nope, we can keep going down. Okay. I don't even want to know what the webbing over that hole is made out of. It looks gross. I'm surprised I haven't seen any other mobs. I mean, even in the solo, there should be something. Okay, so now we have another mirror. Another marble.
You shall not bring light to our halls.
assuming we need to cut through that. Yeah, because that's where we came from. Okay, so I was right. And we. All right, so here is where you would have to solve another puzzle. But if I remember right, they took that requirement out of the solo a long time ago. We should just have to not fall and die. That would be good. Now, I'm assuming that you still have to do this for the Fellowship version. All the, setting the mirrors for the final phase. Some dizzying heights here. Ah, and there is the gift of Gorothul. So, we need to come destroy it. Boom. A wave of dread passes through you as the relic is destroyed and then gone. We have to go down there where, as you can see, we have a boss to fight.
Orders were to defend this mirror with our lives.
Oh. My help if I healed. That'll help too.
We have failed the eye.
We did it! Yay! We've completed a relic in Lumul-Nar. And yes, they have indeed made that one easier. Oh, excuse me.
It is good you destroyed the relic within Lumul-Nar.
I knew it, Medriel. I knew you would find Gorothul's relic in Lumul-Nar. It is good you destroyed it. The Marvel we should be able to keep in check. If the relic had drawn Grovelin or another Kerog to Lumul-Nar, our success might not be as sure. Alright. So, I'm going to see how much time we have left. And if we can do the second of the two instances, which is a relic in Nala Dum. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back, and let me take a look at this real quick. That's actually not bad. Okay. So, we have finished the first instance, which is the Mirror Halls. And now we need to talk to Broen again. And again, this instance you can choose either to do it as a group or solo. And the solo versions can be duoed.
Bossy thinks another relic may lie within Nala Dum.
My Uncle Bosie sent word while you were out. He thinks he knows where another of Gorothul's relics may be found. And the location is just as dangerous as Lumul-Nar. if not more so. The water wheels of Nala Dum. Travel to the Chamber of the Crossroad with your allies and speak with my uncle to learn more about Nala Dum. Alright, so we need to go to Chamber of Crossroads. And talk to Bosie. Now, out of the instances, I actually prefer water wheels. I always thought it was rather fun. Why not? We'll stop and get this. How much scar do I have on me? Not a ton. But that's okay. What's my crafting at? We still need some ancient ore to finish up the jewel ring. And we need to process some ore for the next level, which is Supreme.
May Durin return soon to his home.
And of course that requires all the Khazad that I've been picking up. Do we want to go to Chamber of Crossroads?
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
And not so long. Now, of course, if you're free to play, I believe that there are less swift travel options. That's a good reason to have a hunter. They get all these nice ports. Greetings again to you, Madriel. I did not have the opportunity to properly thank you for helping to broker this alliance between the Iron Garrison and the Elves of Lothlorien, so I thank you. In Mazag, we have a prisoner worthy of exchanging for those Gorothul brought to Dol Guldur, my son chief among them. Oh, boy, be strong and courageous during your torment. Scouts report seeing a relic of unquestionable evil among the water wheels of Nala Dum, but we're unable to route the flow of the canals in such a way as to reach it. You must determine the proper working of the system if you are to find and destroy the relics of Gorothul's. I shall have a scout lead you to the entrance of Nala Dum and the waterworks. Delving into the flooded deeps will be dangerous, for the mechanisms are very old and have not been used for many years. And again, we just talked to the quest giver. The entrance to Nala Dum lies in the waterworks. I shall send a guide to lead you to the entrance. Are you ready to journey forth? Yes, I am. Hopefully.
Deep in the abysses of Moria, the dwarves had once crafted a great waterway to bring water in from the mountains. Something now blocks the great wheels from turning, causing the Iron Hill garrison concern.
Scared Flood Lizard. You kind of feel bad killing him, and he's just scared. Alright. So, I see it. I kind of remember this one. It's been a while since I've done either of them, but out of these, I kind of remember this one a little better. And once again, we're getting Lothlorien rep for killing stuff here. Not a ton of it, but every little bit helps. Here we go. So, we're looking for these stone wheels that we need to redirect the water with. And it's not as bad as the mirrors. It's a little easier. At least I always thought it was easier for me to remember. Alright, we're going the right way. Down we go. Okay, so we can't continue down that way because it's flooded. And of course behind us is blocked off. We go up this way. Kill a couple more lizards. And where is it? Down there. Okay, so I got that wheel working again. And of course, like any other place in Moria, my recommendation is you don't fall. That's where we came from, so we need to go across this way. Now we have some rockworms. Couple more lizards. Okay, now we have two. Now, if I remember right, this one requires you to be quick. Because you will only have that for a short time before it closes again. So we need to do the wheel. The lever. And go. Unfortunately, I don't have like a speed boost. Would be useful. We made it. And there it goes. It closes again. And we get to jump down a big hole into the water. Which way are we going? That way. Very slowly because we just went crack. Okay. Those worms give nice rep. 12 points apiece. See if I can remember. Do I need to go up here for anything? Cannot remember. Well, that worked. I'll go back here real quick. I don't think I need to go here for anything. There's a lever here. I think the lever's for something, a side thing. Oh, okay. I know what it is. That's the alternative method of getting here. Say you're in a party and somebody wasn't quick enough to get through the gate before it closes. You could run around, pull that lever, and they could get over here via the bridge. Alright, I remember that now. I get the feeling I should probably eat. I don't know why. I'm vaguely remembering something near the end. Ah, here's Spidtail. The boss of all these lizards. Yeah, that's useful. Huh. Right, which way now? Oh, not that way. Not that way. So there's actually other things you can do in this. And I think you actually have to do them for like the full instance. A lesser Kerog. I was wondering if he was going to trigger. I wonder if that's his language. All this loud groaning and grumbling. I wonder if that's his language. Down we go. And once again, we're going to get to a point we're going to go crack a couple times. Because, you know, why not? Ouch. So how long was that one? Oh, not very long at all. Okay. Okay, I remember this guy. And it's not the guy I'm particularly worried about. It's the big round pillars around him. Which, they're kind of like giant pistons. You don't want to be standing under them when they come down. Okay, let's do this thing. Come on. We have to be careful because he can throw us. We're going to stand steady. And we have defeated him. And the instance will end in just a moment. Like I said. Alright, so that is 2 instances. I cannot remember if there's a third one. I do believe. Very well done, Medriel. The destruction of that relic should keep further evils from being drawn into the waterworks. Now we must look to the future.
I commanded the smiths at the Heart of Fire to craft new shackles for Mazog.
Brone told me about your capture of Mazog at Rushdurnal, and it was clear to me that if Mazog is to be brought to Dol Guldur in exchange for my son's freedom, we would need more powerful shackles to hold him. You were able to subdue the Ark King when he broke free once. We cannot risk the necessity again. Therefore I commanded the smiths of the Heart of Fire to craft new shackles for Mazog. We have little mithril as it is, but they should have been able to make very strong bands indeed by mixing small quantities of it with other metals. Speak to Stothkol in the Heart of Fire and see if the shackles are ready. Alright, so our next
returns soon to his halls.
Our next step is heading to the Heart of Fire, which is near Silvertine Lode. So actually we can take a slow travel to Dolven View and head there. And I'm trying to remember if there's another instance. I thought for sure we end up going back down into that one place where we helped the elf, where the twins were. Those were fun. That, I have to admit, was a fun fight because you didn't just have one enemy, you had 2 enemies and they took turns. So I always thought that one was a lot of fun to do. Moria is quite a fantastical place, isn't it? Physically, may not be possible, but, you know, it doesn't really matter.
The time has
Go
come
down.
to import the orcs from our kingdom.
Deep descent. And then from there we will ride to the Heart of Fire. And we should be at that point where we're not aggroing anything here either. Except perhaps that hidden rare elite, which I will be ignoring. Even if I do finally attract his attention. I don't think I will really be dealing with him today. Because I'm kind of wanting to get to my destination. You know I want to get to my destination. I just ignore that because that's corn. Yeah, we pretty much crawled all over this place. I think we're still missing some quests in Doran's Hall. Those were the kind of quests that were proximity quests. So you showed up in the area and it told you, hey, look, you can do this thing. and you did it, and it rewarded you instantly. At some point, we will go back for that. And we still have a couple quests down the Foundation of Stone we haven't finished. To be honest, I'm not in a particular hurry to go back for those. But we will do them. The Way of Smiths. Go where you will, friend of Bozy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'd say they like me. Oh, it couldn't have anything to do with the fact that I helped them find this. Stoskal, my friend. How are you today?
These lands will secure Mazog for the journey into Mirkwood.
Yes, Medriel, yes. We combined a small quantity of mithril with other metals to make these shackles. In fact, some of the weapons and armor you previously collected from my smiths were melted down and used in their making. These bands will secure Mazog for the journey into Mirkwood. He will not break free of these, or I would be ashamed to call myself Scottville of the Iron Garrison. And bring these to Broen for his approval. He is resting in the peaceful path, preparing for the journey. Alright, thank you, Scottville. No instance here. We do have our portal to the 21st Hall still, so we're going to use it. Because why not? We don't need to do all that riding all the way back. And that's why I saved that. I saved that port for
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
moments like that. And Peaceful Path is just outside of Thrak Bazan. So we're going to head right back over there. And deliver these shackles to Broen. Fine. It's right in my path. I might as well get this one. Nice statue.
We have run into a disagreement with the elves of Lothlorien.
Ah, the shackles. Yes, these look very sturdy indeed. Mazog will not be able to break from these as he did in Restoranal. We have run into a disagreement with the elves of Lothlorien concerning the plan to bring Mazog to Dol Guldur in exchange for my cousin's freedom. Celeborn has refused to allow us to bring the Ark into the Golden Wood, though it is clearly the most direct route. He wants us instead to skirt the woods, a journey that would take much longer. Linglamel in Guathrandoth awaits my response. Give it to her grudgingly. We will take the long way with Mazog, though it displeases me tremendously. Tell her, too, that I trust the elves will shoulder some of the burden of this inconvenience. The delay this will cause is intolerable, and we are asked to bear it. I will do so for Bori's sake. Okay, so we're headed back down to the Foundations of Stone to deliver a message, because I look like a messenger girl. Of course, I do look like an elf, and I guess he believes that me being an elf would be the best option to speak to another elf. He'd probably be right. And next time we will see where the road leads us. But until then, bye for now.
shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.